Hey there, all you cool cats and kittens. I'm extremely tired and kinda sober. Welcome to the incel party. This is where I do what I would usually do, but live. So people may or may not be tuning in when the impulse to jerk off just happens. You may actually see me jerk off live. Just saying. It was a great turnout yesterday at the jerk off invitational. Let me just say, I was nervous, so I had a little shrinkage going on, but I started to warm up, quite literally and figuratively speaking, as the roaring came in from the crowds, just honoring me in such a way that I have to admit I was a bit unaccustomed to, but I needed to get used to it if it's going to be an annual invitational. The jerk off invitational, that is. Make it an annual thing. I feel like a pioneer. But this time, it's kind of PG-13, you know. Might say some cuss words. So, what are some of your favorite activities that you've been engaging in during the quarantine, if that's what you want to call it, okay? This is a special type of shutdown because, I mean, yeah, you can still go outside, but it's like, where you gonna go, you know? Oh, they took the rims off the basketball courts. That's fucked up. I've been waiting all goddamn forever. This past winter lasted for 5 years. And I've been waiting to get outside play basketball because I am black. And that's our life force. When you don't play basketball, that's when black starts to crack. It's just a little secret you didn't know about it since you think you know everything. So we're forced to be inside, and naturally, I like to be inside, you know what I'm saying? But, shit. So I like to be outside, but I don't like having I mean, I like being inside, but I don't like it being forced upon me, alright? That's when we got a problem, homie. But yeah, I'll abide, though. I'm chilling. And my predictions came true. If you checked out any of my old videos, what did I say? Alright? I said that first of all, I said that this wasn't the last stimulus check you were going to get. Alright? Didn't I fucking say that? Alright, and what else did I say? I said that you were going to end up getting $2,000 a month, something like what was going on in Canada. And I was also right about that, okay? So that hasn't come into play yet completely, but it has been introduced by the House, Democratic Party, whatever it is. Trump's going to sign off on it. Collect for 6 months, for the rest of the year. Again, I told you that the stimulus check was an introduction to us getting basic universal basic income. All right, and this is furthering that narrative for me. All right, so it's looking pretty good. I mean, yeah, sure, don't get your hopes up. Yeah, I got you. My hopes aren't even up, but I can see it. I saw it all the way to this point. Oh, ye of little faith. But actually, I don't blame you in this point. I mean, I don't blame you in this situation. There's a lot of uncertainty in the air. Still is. Yeah, that's what we're looking at. Okay, 2,000 a month. All right. Oh yeah, I guess 2,000 a month ain't working for you either. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, plus child. Yes, plus the child. Yeah. Exactly. That's what I'm hearing. All right, and the way that I see it taking place, it should start just as fast as the 1,200 start. So this time next next month, expect it. All right, if there will be more, expect it. Okay, 2,000. It makes a lot of sense. Me personally, when we were talking about the possibility of them giving us money, I thought 3,000 a month would be good. 3 is my lucky number. Um, but 2000 is actually, well, I mean, I mean, for how fucked up this year has started, this has become quite the come up for me. I laugh at myself when I think about it, because I'm like, bruh, how do you get out of every situation? You just get out of some of the worst situations, bruh. It'd be like some of the most impossible things to happen. And god damn it, 2020 just upped the ante. I just, I just really take time out of my day to stop and just laugh at myself, because I'm like, motherfucker. Just when you thought they had you, they ain't have you tight enough. All right, you had oil on the whole time and you just slipped out of their clutches. They just can't get me. All right, I'm the cockroach of society, man. You know, the big ass fucking dinosaurs, they got killed off, but the cockroaches, they survive, and that's me. I'm the cockroach. Yeah, that's right. Just sliding through the cracks, minding my own business. When the lights come on, I get gone. You know, and I shine in the darkness. It's the cockroach. Mm. This, what a crazy time to be alive. I will tell you that much, man. Like, you always think about what type of stories you're gonna tell your grandkids when you know, when you have them. Oh my God. Oh shit. We're gonna have a lot of shit to talk about, and we're just gonna base it off 2020. If I knew what was best for me, I would be doing more documenting. But I have been, I have been working on my newest publication. All right, my newest publication, my newest book that should come out next month. I'm not in a rush personally, but it'd be nice to put something else out there. Been hitting it pretty hard with recording for YouTube and things like that. I know I'm planting seeds, but I want something that's really gonna take me to the next level. It might not be my book, but I mean, my book is just, it's just something that I feel like I have to do. You know, that's just one of my few tastes of freedom. That's one thing that they haven't managed to take away from me. Okay, so I gotta write. I gotta plant seeds. I gotta put myself out there. So one thing that I am very much proud of myself about, or for, is that I put out so much content. I put out so much of me, or my voice, or my face, or the way I think, and hopefully it'll be around forever. So when people, my descendants, go look me up or something like that, they'll have a lot of fucking shit to listen to. So yeah, I'm definitely glad about that. You know, gotta do that. What I hate is when you lose somebody, you have nothing to hold on to, just memories and stuff. It doesn't have to be like that. It doesn't have to be like that. So I hope you cool cats and kittens have been, working on your dreams and your passions. And I hope you get to floss, really floss on these bitches. Except for how you gonna floss on somebody who's getting the same amount as you. But I hope you get to, do some great things with the. This is how I see it. I'm all over the place. But I see this year as an opportunity to start your life over. All right. And what happens is that this may be the first time in your life where you start to think as a business owner. Okay. And what you're getting right now, let's call it seed money, some capital. All right. And I mean, the amount that they're giving, I don't know what your situation is, but for somebody like me, if you give me $2,000 a month on top of, other ways that I would be making money, I mean, oh my God, man. The things that I can do with that amount of money, I mean, I can really make it flip, and not even in a type of oh, come on, baby, come on, man, give me that tax return, I can make a flip, man. I talk to Eddie. No, like legit ways, man. You know what I'm saying? So, but at the very least, you've more comfort More trips to the all-you-can-eat buffet when my baby opens up, and my baby is every all-you-can-eat buffet. And just enjoy the lifestyle. And when they and hopefully we get summertime to go to the pool and shit like that. Oh god damn it! You can't tell me a goddamn thing about anything. That's life. All right. Now somebody like my brother, he has a. Well, you know what? Never mind. I was about to say he has a pool where he is, but you know, I don't think he can go in. If it was a personal, then I mean, I guess that's fine. Yeah, if it's yours. Yes, there's a lot of temptation with this quarantine to get drunk, get fucked up all the time. I need more hobbies. You think that I have enough to worry about? All right, but but I don't feel too. I don't feel all that stimulated. You know, I must say. When you got so much of a good thing, you know, it disgusts you. Like, I mean, let's talk about it, okay? Netflix is full of bangers. It got all that heat, and yet I just can't find myself binging anything. I can't find myself really watching anything. You know what I'm saying? Just imagine you just got all the wealth in the world and you don't want anything to do with it. Netflix got all that heat. You know what I'm saying? You know, could buy lots of weed, could buy lots of drink, and still, it's not that satisfying. You know, some of the things that are most satisfying are for me right now are the things that aren't very much comfortable. So, you know, for example, working out, you know, and I've been doing a pretty good job, but I really want to bulk up, you know what I'm saying? And so taking on the challenge of working out and really making it your business to keep pushing past the barriers is very motivating. If you want to know how to get motivation, as I've been told, motivation is bullshit. Don't sit around waiting for it, but you get motivated by doing. You know, persevering, that makes you motivated. It's hard to get motivated when you have nothing to go off of. Your second chance at getting that motivation is being hyped up by something, which is something I usually do. And when I say hyped up, what I mean is when I try to engage in something that I think may be useful, fun, whatever it is, I'll go research other people doing it, like Google or YouTube, and just try to see, damn, why do I like this? Like, I did this with pretty much everything that I engaged in that I made a part of my lifestyle. So like writing a book, I'm like, why should I write a book? I mean, I really ask questions like that, like, why should I write a book, or like, am I qualified to write a book, or you know what I'm saying, like, what's the pros and cons? You know, I'll tell you one thing that really got to me. I don't know if it was allowed or not, but it worked. So this one dude was talking about how you know, I think he was like in a bookstore or something like that, and ladies recognized him from the book or whatever, some real Californication shit. And you know, it's just like, you know, that shit turns the ladies on and take them home and have a great time. You know what I'm saying? That really, oh man. When after I read that, I was like, that's it. This is on my way to pussy land. All right, being an author means you getting laid. All right, so I don't think I've gotten laid because of my books. Let me just say that. By the way, I'm not romantic at all, just in any sense, really. So yeah, don't expect for my flowery language to tickle your backbone. I don't know. I just present things the way I see it and like what I like and influenced by the shit I'm influenced by. Speaking of TV, you know, I'm just influenced by a lot of fucked up people, man. I really am. That flowered up shit, man, that ain't the move for me, alright? So I'm very jagged. You know, I have a very jagged edge. You know, and I shoot from the hip sometimes. But because I like to just shoot from the hip and just keep myself open, I get shot, and I don't like that very much. Alright? So, I try not to shoot from the hip, because apparently I can dish it, but I can't take it. Who knows? That's a toxic trait about me, by the way. Nobody's allowed to talk about the Queen of Kings. Man, fuck New Year's resolutions. What's your goddamn quarantine resolution? How many goddamn pull-ups you want to do on the goddamn door frame? You know something? I read a lot of books last year, and this year I haven't read not one. Now, still have time to turn it around, but I just been on some real introspective shit. Like, I don't, you know, like, I didn't really want anybody's thoughts in my mind, but I mean, that's bullshit, because I be on Facebook. You know, I read all these goddamn articles, but you know, it sounds like I'm just making excuses for myself. Some writer I am. Alright. And then, even though it's effective, sometimes I don't even write. Okay? I just talking to my phone. And the phone does the rest. It's called dictation. Do it, guys. Alright? You could write like 3,000 words in a goddamn hour. The fuck? And I type like I'm typing on my first typewriter. Fuck. I ain't got time for that. You know, it take me a goddamn hour to write like 400 words, and I got a lot to say. What the fuck? Just, hey, dictation, use this right here. By the way, use this right here. Start your podcast on goddamn Anchor. Oh, when I get all the right equipment, besides the fact that Trump just sent you a check for that shit, bro, that's all you need right here, or just talking to the goddamn phone. Fuck it. Alright? If the people listening want you to get better equipment, then they gonna have to buy it. Or they gonna have to wait. Alright? Take it or they don't. Alright? The fuck? Bro, I got gray hairs growing out of my goddamn sideburns. You think I got time to be trying to please every goddamn body? Fuck off. Go piss yourself. Alright? Go piss yourself, young man. Have some respect for me. Alright? I grew up at a goddamn era where I thought video games had good graphics, were really look like crumpled up paper maches or some shit. What's a paper mache? Yeah. The word I'm actually looking for is origami. That's what I meant, yeah. See, I always have this intent, pulling out the camera, going live, and I say, oh, I'm just going to talk a bunch of bullshit. And I guess that was the case, but it's actually turned out to be a more productive conversation for myself, because all I'm doing is talking to myself, but nothing normal. I mean, nothing out of the ordinary, I should say. What do you think is going to happen when I cut this camera off? That's right, yeah, that'll happen, but I'm talking about some, like, PG things. Yeah, I'm going to go back to talking to myself. I have to keep talking to the smartest person I know. Alright? By the way, if anybody can hear me, if you want to collaborate on something, let me know. Let's start the show. Okay? Your voice matters, unless you don't want it to. In the age of Aquarius, you better speak now or forever hold your bottom lip. Ah, boy. So, let me try to develop something real quick because I'm trying to come up with more content to write. My approach on life. I would have to say only through a great deal of exposure to toxicity would lead somebody to this point. But I have become the thriving lowlife. I should have known, seeing as how I was influenced by one of the greatest in that regard, Charles Bukowski. Now I see a lot of himself in me, and we're kind of inseparable. It's tough, you know. The rawness of it all, I can't go back. I can't paint up my words. I can't powder them. Like, I had to give it to you raw, like I'm very, very candidly. That's why I don't edit any of my videos. I can embarrass myself right here live. But hey, man, that's how life is. All right, that's how life is when it's actually live and you're there in person, making things happen, and things are happening to you. You can't always save yourself from embarrassment. You just keep rolling with it. Just keep doing a bunch of shit, you know. It's the best advice I got. Oh, but don't mind me. Don't mind me. I'm toxic. I'm toxic. Yeah. Hey, let me tell you something, baby. You don't become who I am without having some exposure to that venom, alright? Now, I don't know what that's worth to be who I am, but I think I'm pretty cool. I've done pretty good for myself. You know? I'm a loser, but I'm happy about that. I did some things that I wanted to do. Okay? So I'm not satisfied. We have a long way to go. But like me, I keep learning, and I apparently just don't give up, which is a fault of mine. Ask me how I know, and I'll take this fucking head off and show you what stress does to you. And by the way, if you want to help me out, feel free to make suggestions on the type of content I can write about. Oh, let me link my books. Here's my catalog. Sorry, that was very unladylike. Damn it, I forgot. I don't even have a copy of it. Oh. Go to www.jamitinya.com. And if you want 10% off, enter Dickley. But yes, if you go to my page and you go to the cover photo, it's a link to my book catalog. Very inexpensive, very cheap, just like me. Just a load of shit. By the way, the name of my new books, so far I'm like 90% sure, is called Piss, Shit, and Throw Up. Okay? So I like working on this one, but I'm taking my time. Not because I'm trying to get things right, it's just because I'm lazy. That's the only reason. Literally the only reason. Okay? I could probably have a book ready for you by tomorrow night, to be honest with you. But, hey, I ain't there yet. Mentally, I'm not. I guess because I don't understand my importance. you know, that I take things or an opportunity like this or a gift like this for granted. And the gift is just being able to be, you know, being afforded the time and I guess the right amount of education to know how to write, to know how to read, and to know how to write, to know how to edit at a pretty good level. How to edit, you know, I edit all of my material, so, and I do that. I use well, of course I use Grammarly, and when I'm really in the thick of things I use the premium version, but also I go to a website where it dictates what you write, so you get to hear how it flows as you're editing it. You know, you might have written a sentence that says, you know, the dog up. You know what I'm saying? And when you hear the dictator or the dictation of it, you'll catch it. It's like, okay, the dog went up the stairs. Okay, you know, so I use that. That really helps me, and you know, I save money, and also I get more experience. Okay, so I edit my shit. You know, like not with a fine tooth comb. Well, I mean, I do. I try to. I don't want any errors. Okay, I wanted to make sure that it flows exactly how I want it to. Nothing's out of place. But as far as editing goes, I go with kind of loose rules, okay? So I may not use as many commas, or I may not use a semicolon and just use a period instead. You know, I make the rules, bitch. You think I give a fuck about Shakespeare? It's my time. Fuck Shakespeare, nigga. He probably ain't write that shit. Sorry, no, I'm just talking shit, but yeah, but also, yeah, fuck Shakespeare. What you gonna do? Nigga, I got a bone to pick with you. Cause that's all you are, bones. If that. Pull up. Alright, I'm better than Shakespeare. I tell you one thing though, I'm into a lot of wild shit, but I ain't gonna talk to you about a 19-year-old being in a relationship with a 13-year-old and they just start killing each other or some shit. I don't know. I did see Othello at the opera not too long ago, except for this was called Otello, and it's not, hear me out, it's called Otello, and it just so happened, because that was like as if that wasn't ghetto enough, then it was the main guy who was Otello was a black dude, and I'm like, oh shit, this is ghetto as hell. But oh my god, it was class C. It was great, man. I love opera. That shit was beautiful. God damn, man, magnificent. Just thinking about it right now. The only thing was, boy, I was severely underdressed. Severely, man. I went in like street clothes. Everybody in that bitch dressed up. Alright, they was dressed up so goddamn tight, they probably couldn't get a goddamn fart out. Shit was wild, man. Oh. And it seemed like everybody in that motherfucker was dying. I think that's where the fucking coronavirus was invented, man. It was right around that time where they said it was introduced, man. November, December, something like that. Everybody in that motherfucker was coughing. And don't you know when you cough? Don't you know when you cough a lot? And so you don't want, you know what, people to, you know, hear you cough again, so you try to keep it in, and you just end up fucking coughing out your goddamn eyes and shit. I fucking start crying and shit. Like, live a little, man. You leave your tie at home, then you go to work this morning. Oh god, and I went to two comedy shows with just some of my favorite comedians in the world, man. Just, oh my god, just amazing, man. I seen D-Ray Davis, I seen Earthquake, I seen Lavelle Crawford, Michael Blackson. He wasn't that funny, man, but you know, Chico Bean. Let's see, what was his name? Carlos Miller, man. Well, not Carlos. No, I saw Chico Bean. DC Young Fly, amazing, man. I mean, let me see, who else? Tony Roberts. Oh my God, man. Dominique. Oh boy. Red Grant. Red Grant came to my house before, man. Crazy, man. I love comedy. Comedy is a very healing thing. To laugh, it's just get you some of the worst through some of the worst times. All right. So I made a video after I made the video on YouTube about what I thought about the Joker and the message that it kind of brings, that it depicts to me. And I was thinking that laughter in the times where you would otherwise be serious, or people would expect or recommend, that is actually very productive. It's actually a very good thing to be at play, to dance to the music in your own ears. I mean, in your own mind. But and so when I think about that, what comes to my mind, it may be somebody who works at Popeyes, for example. So, and naturally, maybe it's hard to find somebody who works at Popeyes on the lower level in the stores or whatever to be happy with that, to be satisfied with that. But because this person dances to their own music, it for them it might be gospel, and they may have gospel music going on in their head all the time, but that's enough to keep their spirits high and to make it through the tough days, or through an otherwise tough day or difficult day. All right. And so that's philosophy manifested in sport, in I don't know, in music and dancing. The way you move is poetry. You know what I'm saying? It's art. And God, what was I saying? Okay, yeah. So it's like, this is, even if you never came to that conclusion, it's an unwritten understanding that this is what you do to get through the hard times. Okay, like slaves in the field. They will work 20 hours a day for 6 days a week, and they will get Sundays off. And they sang a lot. You call it Negro spirituals, whatever it is. Okay? They sang to get through it. They danced a type of martial arts that I can't remember its name. It begins with a C, like Cabrera or something like that. That type of martial arts where it looks like dancing, but it's actually a style of fighting. Okay, so they stay sharp, even in the face of the ops, in the face of the adversary. Okay, it's an art of war that they probably didn't consciously, make that connection, but an art of war nonetheless. Okay, so when you are weak, appear to be strong. We are strong, appear to be weak. When you are near, appear to be far. Oh, let me see. When you are near, appear to be far. When you are far, appear to be near. Okay? By the way, that's what I see going on in America right now. And I understand that you may not have a good relationship with America, and I don't either. But just know, just like people were playing chess to ultimately destroy you and the lives of the people you love, there are people working against them, okay? And you may not know their names, and that's okay. So long as it gets done, this world will be better for it, okay? Take it from me, alright? And if I turn out to be wrong, let me have it. But until then, understand that there actually are people who are fighting in your favor. It's not who you think it is. And, well, I think you'll see soon enough, okay? Because it's about time that the world knows what's been happening to them, what's been happening to people they love. Alright? We all love somebody who's been fucked over by a system that wasn't built to support the people. The people were built to support the people were put there to support the system, and you will see that the evil power structure of America will be overturned. And the other countries as well. Alright? But I'm just talking about here. Alright? And I have to be invested, and I have to be invested in the outcome or the future, because I was dumb enough to not pull out. So I have a child. I have to leave my child a better world than I found it, or. So I tell myself, and it's just me. I'm insignificant alone, but together, my friends, the sum is greater than the whole is greater than the sum of its parts. Okay, so individually we're nothing, but together we are a mighty fist. All right. Or we're a mighty dick sticking it into the harsh backbones of the adversaries. That's right. Stick that dick in. A fist-like dick with a ring on it. And let them know that we're coming. We're coming. Alright? And we're going to have a ball. Okay? And semen. Yeah. Alright, with that being said, I am starving, and that's it. Alright, bye.